Tonight on Q2, a mom's worst nightmare.
Her 4-year-old son on the mend after losing his leg in a freak accident.
Like I blacked out, like it just didn't seem real.
Plus squeals on wheels.
Maybe Montana isn't the place for PETA to come and start stomping around.
An animal activist truck serves up an earful in front of Billings restaurants. We find out if their awareness campaign worked.
And not your average bear. The cameras were rolling when a black bear came strolling right up to the front door.
The MTN 530 News starts right now.
From Montana's news leader, this is the MTN 530 News.
And good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Andrea Lutz.
And I'm Russ Riesinger. Our top story, a tragic accident changes a child's life in an instant. Each year, thousands of children are injured in lawnmower accidents, with amputations among the most devastating outcomes.
In Billings, a 4-year-old boy is the latest victim, losing his leg in what started as a simple day of play. Despite the heartbreak, he's already showing incredible strength.
Hannah Pettiferi has more on how the family's handling the recovery with determination and support.
A call that changed this mom's life forever.
I got a call around 6:30.
And a day that would affect little Jalen for the rest of his life.
He's the most resilient little boy ever. Jalen had been in an accident that involved a lawnmower that had taken his left foot off.
Julia and her friend Ebony Castro, stressed, not knowing the severity of the situation.
Is my baby okay? Is my baby alive? This is just changing his whole trajectory of how his little 4-year-old life is going to go.
The little boy flew into St. Vincent, where Julia got to see him for the first time since the accident.
Seeing him at that time really just made it real.
Julia describing part of the situation as a heartbreaking moment.
He just kept telling me, like, Mommy, I was calling for you. Where were you?
With doctor's appointments and physical therapy, Julia says that Jalen will thrive, but it will take some time.
He is just so strong. Like, he is so brave.
Still, some days are harder than others.
There's days where he's frustrated and confused because it's like, well, where is the rest of my leg?
Julia and Jalen are flying to Spokane in a couple months to get Jalen fitted for a prosthetic leg.
There's no doubt in my mind that he's going to learn quickly. It makes me so happy to see him play and be able to be normal and be silly.
Julia says that her support system has been a huge help in moving forward.
Jalen is so loved, and he has so many people that care for him.
In Billings, Hannah Pettiferi, MTN News.
The community is holding fundraisers at Hooligans June 2nd at 5 p.m. and on June 7th at Craft B&B from 10 a.m. until 1.
And a GoFundMe has been set up for the family. You can learn more by visiting our website, ktvq.com.
Well, the Wyoming firefighter is recovering tonight, injured while battling a house fire. Take a look at these photos of the aftermath of that fire. It broke out early Sunday morning on Brenton Road in Bighorn. Bighorn and Sheridan fire crews rushed to the scene. Well, inside, one firefighter fell through the main floor into the basement. A mayday was called and crews used a ladder to pull him to safety. He was taken to the hospital and is expected to recover.
As we look around Montana, Idaho, and Wyoming right now, we have fairly clear sky for our part of the world, but you can see on the left side of your screen, we already have clouds, showers, and thunderstorms developing. And closest to our part of the world, we have some showers and storms over Yellowstone National Park, just to the south of Cook City and west of Cody, but more is to the north and northwest of that, and that entire disturbance is moving our direction. Currently a fairly clear sky, but that will not be the case in a few hours, mainly during the overnight hours. We'll have increasing clouds. But today we had a nice mild day. I expect a high of 76 degrees this afternoon, 5 degrees warmer than average. We're going to go up from there. However, that warming trend is going to come to an abrupt halt. I'll let you know when and by how much in a few minutes.
A child is among the newest measles cases in Montana, in addition to 3 new infections today in Gallatin and Flathead County. State health officials now report 13 confirmed cases, including 2 hospitalizations. Gallatin County leads with 10 cases, Flathead has 2, and Hill County has 1. That case involves an unvaccinated child. Anyone who thinks they've been exposed should call their local health department.
Downtown Billings got an earful today as the animal rights group PETA blared the sounds of screaming pigs from a truck outside of local restaurants. The group calls it Hell on Wheels, aimed at raising awareness about factory farming. Tonight, Haley Monaco has local reaction to the controversial message.
The typical buzz of downtown Billings was met with this. A realistic PETA pig truck serving up an earful of squeals during lunch rush.
We learned last night. We kind of thought it was a joke.
Longtime Billings restaurant Jake's Downtown selected as a stop on the Hell on Wheels national campaign.
Obviously, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but I think the opinion of Jake's Downtown is that we support agriculture and we support the farmers and ranchers that make Montana go round.
That support went both ways as diners enjoy lunch.
It's not a chain. This is a homegrown place. Everybody loves coming here. And for them to come attack one of our amazing restaurants in our town, we just said, no, we're just going to go support them and come down and have a BLT.
I ordered a big old New York steak.
The truck, fashioned after a pig slaughterhouse transport, plays the cries of pigs for 1 hour, with the goal of encouraging people to go vegan.
PETA's Hell on Wheels traveling pig truck is making people stop and think about the suffering that nearly 130 million pigs endure every single year before they wind up on grocery store shelves and restaurant menus.
I think it's embarrassing for those people to be doing that because our number one industry here in Montana is ag.
Maybe Montana isn't the place for PETA to come and start stomping around and raising a ruckus.
In Billings, Haley Monaco, MTN News.
Flowers, dirt, and a whole lot of downtown pride. A small but mighty team hit the streets of Billings on a mission to make the Magic City bloom. As our Isabel Sparts found out, this crew does a lot more than plant.
Each year at the beginning of summer, you start to see these colorful baskets pop up all around downtown. Over 180 flower baskets are put up, and this is the team that does it.
It's a city. You're going to have some stuff blowing around, but we do our best to keep it cleaned up.
The Business Improvement District Street Team, or BID, is made up of a small group: Joe Stout, James Chandler, and Adam Roebling.
Mostly it's eyes and boots on the ground, making sure everything we say, better than it was is our sort of unofficial motto.
BID is a defined zone in downtown Billings where property owners pay an assessment on their property taxes. And it's not only the flowers, but cleaning graffiti, emptying garbages, and even plowing the sidewalks in the winter.
At least 3 times a day we're asked if we can come to their house next and do whatever we're doing at their house, water flowers or sweep up or whatever.
Each morning, rain or shine, James and Adam make the 7.5-mile stretch of sidewalks, sweeping and keeping a close eye on the city.
I know a lot of the business owners, and they're always thanking me for the work we do, and that feels good.
And while the work can get tough and is sometimes unnoticed, it's always worth it in the end, and always appreciated for the betterment of the community.
Sweeping streets might not feel like you're making much of an impact, but when you have a business owner or just a pedestrian or even tourists, when they say, oh my gosh, I didn't know this was here and what a great city, that feels pretty good.
Somebody has to do it. It has to be done. It's nice to be helping the community and bettering downtown.
In Billings, Isabel Sparts, MTN News.
And look who came knocking at the Burgess Junction Visitor Center. A black bear stopped by, and it wasn't looking for a brochure.
The curious bear hung around the front doors for a few minutes before heading back into the wilderness. Staff say it's been a busy start to the season, but this was a visitor they didn't quite expect.
Just another reminder, in the Bighorn Mountains, wildlife can sometimes become your welcome committee. And yes, that's exactly why this center doesn't have automatic doors.